everybody, I'm Colette the Highway Stitcher, here to give you my stitching from the highway and at home. It is 33 degrees Celsius, 93 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's generally actually been hotter than that, so this is like a cooling down a little bit. We're in full force summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, so that's just to be expected. I'm going to give you make two videos today. One just for my stitching and one for my trip that I was on. And so just to give you a little more clarification on that, for those of you who are just joining me the first time, my name's Highway Stitcher, or my name on YouTube, because I travel quite a bit. And so I was on a trip the last about 3.5 weeks. And I decided it'd probably be best if I split that trip into a different video for those of you who want to watch that, and then just keep my video right now that I'm doing for just stitching and stitching related that I've either finished or my whips, because I think it's going to be quite long, and you don't need to be sitting through all of that. There are those of you who are perfectly happy to do that, and then others who are not. So I want to be, fair to everybody, I guess. And so I'm going to split it up to two videos so you can go ahead and do what you would like to do. Watch both, watch one, whatever. I'm an eclectic stitcher for those of you joining me the first time. I tend to like to stitch everything. I like full coverage. I like samplers. I like modern cross stitch. I like all seasons. I like prim. Just depends on what I'm working on and trying to get stitches into at the particular time I'm doing the video. And those who are joining me that have been here since the beginning, thank you so much. It's always fun. I just appreciate you so much. The comments, the kind comments, the just the fun times that we have together. So thank you. Thank you for joining me. Anyway, so since this one's going to be totally stitching related, I gotta let you know at the beginning, I'm pretty excited. I have lots of fully finished. Some of it was done by a finisher. A couple of the pieces were done totally by me with some help from a friend. And then again, I've got all my whips to show. Just a little note on the two that I did myself. I will be showing those at another time. They are both gifts that I know for the most part that people watch my video, these ones that I will be giving out, and so I can't show them. I have to do a separate little mini video and then put that in at a later floss tube, because I'm afraid that they will see this and see these two finishes, and so can't have that happen. So anyway, they will be shown at a later date, and then I'll acknowledge my helper and what everything else happened when I did that. So that was pretty cool. But I can show you the ones that I sent out to a finisher. And I have a caveat on this. The one, it was a set of monthlies. I could have done them myself, it's true, but I just thought 12, there is 12 in it, in this particular series. And I could just see myself doing one and then never getting around to doing the rest. So I sent them off to be all fully finished. But I've decided that I'm going to show each one to you on the month that it is supposed that it is. The month that we're on right now, I will show you the July one that got finished. And then next month I'll show you August, and after that, on through the different months so you can see these finishes. Right now I have to put them on little stands, because I can't find my block, which I think I have a wooden block that was just the right size that I was going to put these finishes on and set out for each month. I think my wooden block is packed up with all my Christmas stuff because it had a Christmas flat fold on it. And so I think it's buried way in my closet. So I'm not going to bother with even trying to look for it, because I'm pretty sure that's where it is. So I'll just do that closer to Christmas, and then I'll have it on the block so you can see. But for right now, I'm just going to show you this month. It's like the last day of this month, July 31st, but I will show you the July one, the finish that I will be putting on the block. But for right now, we'll be putting on a little folding stand. So This is a little house. Any of you who've been with me for a while remember when I worked on these a couple years ago? It's a series by Little House with all the seasons. I did not write it down in front of me, but if anyone's interested, I'd be very happy to send them the information on this. This is the July one with the watermelon, and I love it. These are so cute. So this, I have this up right now for just the next day. I got all these finishes back last week, so I was able to put it out for a week. So when I join you next month, I'll show you August. The next one is a pillow. This was stitched on that 6 count, that large fabric. Again, I did not look it up what it is, but I'll put it down below in the box. It's where you have to stitch with pearl cotton. I saw these at Shepherd's Bush already stitched up, and I liked the look of the more bigger piece. So this is the first of hopefully many that I'll be finishing of the, oh golly, Colette. No wait. Prairie Schooler. Prairie Schooler. I'm saying the same thing as a friend of mine. Prairie Schooler. This is a Prairie Schooler Santa. So those of you bopping me on the head saying, yes, Colette is Prairie Schooler. And I liked this one, so I did this first with the Santa getting all ready to make things, you know, sewing, whatever else. So love this. So anyway, this is my first finished Prairie Schooler Santa with the big count. So, and then the final one, oh, I'm so excited about this, is I got back my Christmas stocking. Those of you who remember me stitching this is a Dimensions kit, Enchanted Ornaments. I loved this piece. I wanted it for me, so of course, as you can see, I have my name on it. Just everything about this is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So anyway, here you can see all of the stitching that I did. Back stitching to make it pop, you know, all the other regular stitching. In between is like there's 3 strands, 4 strands, 2 strands, blended, all kinds in this. So, but it's done, and I'm just excited, so excited. It's finished in a velvet. I had a friend who had a piece of velvet that matched it pretty well and kind of pulled, you know, made it look nice. So I sent that to the finisher, and and it has this little holder right here. So out of kind of a ribbon, a clear ribbon, clear blue. So here she is. It made me excited when I got this to start working on my other one again that I kind of got away from working on Sundays because I was gone. So I did pick up my my next stocking that I'm working on for Chris, for my husband. So anyway, I'm on my way. One stocking fully finished and another stocking in the whip pile that I am working on. So anyway, we're going to move on to whips. Okay, the first one, I'm going way back to when I did my floss tube, my last floss tube, which was, let's see, I've got my book of days here, so I can check that. My last floss tube was June 24th. So, and today is July 31st, just before the month of August starts. So this is a month's worth of whips, and actually it's not as much as I would normally have because during my trip I didn't stitch as much as I normally do. So, the first one, which I stitched on before I left for my trip, is a Lacemaker by Aida Designs, my full coverage. The artwork is by Miles Burkett Foster, and it shows a Lacemaker. Oh, and I did forget to mention to those of you who are new to my channel, I do bobbin lace as my other passion. And I show what I did for my bobbin lace generally at the end of my stitching floss tube. So today there will be none because I really didn't do any while I was gone, except for the week. Well, actually, even the week I was at the lace convention, I was working on a totally different type of lace. So I have no bobbin lace to show, but I will in the future. Okay, so this is a lace maker, as you can see, working on her lace in front of a cottage. So here's what I accomplished. Let me put this over here. Back to my book of days, I got about 780 stitches in it before I left for my trip. And those 780 stitches are pretty much following this page down here, filling in confetti, getting down to the bottom corner. So I'm now on the bottom corner of Miss Lacemaker, which is exciting. You know, most of it was just like off, like a cream colored, some browns, some black there at the bottom. So yeah, it's lots of different shades of browns and black and creams, things like that of confetti. But I knew I was getting pretty close to getting down near the bottom. So I decided that that's what I was going to shoot for this time, because I was, again, this piece is very, very confetti heavy. So sometimes I get burned out filling in confetti throughout here. So I'll go meander and do something else. I'm pretty sure though most of the 780 is just finishing this down to the corner, which is exciting. Though I did do a little bit up here. I know I did a few strands up there also. So anyway, I stitched this on, I'm using 25 count white Lugana 1/1 full cross is my usual go-to for my full coverage stitches. And I'm not gridding this one. I was gridding it, but now that I've been filling it in more, I haven't been gridding quite as much. I've been counting just fine. So especially since I'm getting in areas where I would just rather just not have it gridded, even if it does wash out. So, and so this is how Lacemaker's doing. I was shooting for 1,000, but I didn't make it, but that's all right, because I'm going to be working on it again after I get back from another trip. So we'll get more stitches into it. And the total so far done is 67.56%. So that is Lacemaker. Okay, my next piece I'm working on is a birthday stitch that I do with a friend, and we have the same birthday, and so we have a hashtag of OCT29SAL, so OC29SAL. Our birthdays are October 29th. She's a lot younger than I am, but anyway, we have the same birthday day. And this year we chose to do this for our birthday stitch together. This is Margaretha Schropfer. It is a Jeannette Douglas little band sampler design. So we're working on getting this finished by our birthdays this coming October. So I've done I didn't do as much as what I would have hoped to have done with this one. But I think I'm staying up to where I need to be, so to finish this up. I got, let's see, it is down here somewhere. I got 638 stitches total for my stitching for this last month. I'm stitching this on a needle and flax 40 count Brea in the colorway Brea, and using just DMC floss. In some cases I've subbed out other colors because I wasn't quite happy with the way the coloring was doing on it, because I prefer brighter colors and also colors that don't blend into the fabric. And since I was not using Jeannette Douglas's called for fabric, some of the colors were not quite working. So there is a little bit of subbing out on this. The as you know, for everything, for the fabric as well as the DMC. I know that before I left you last, I had done these numbers and that. So from here on down is what I stitched in this last month. So this is really coming along, as you can see from the pattern itself. I'm down there. I'm ready to start all the little critters. So that's fun. The little dog. Um, there's a couple little dogs. And I'm not sure. There's some cats there too, and that almost looks like a little rabbit in the middle. So, but all kinds of little critters. I get to start stitching next. So, and I bet you anything I'll have to kind of change out the coloring on that too. Some, but anyway, this is moving along, and I'm excited about it. Anybody who wants to join, feel free. We don't. You don't have to have the same birthday. If you just love the pattern, join us with the pattern. It's fun. Every year we pick out a new one before our birthday, and we start up on it for the year and finish it at the end of close to our next birthday. So that's what's going with Margaretha. So I'm going to want to work on this again when I get back from my next trip, which I will mention on my other video. Anyway, because I do need to hustle on this one a little bit more. Okay, my next whip is also a sal. This is Jardin Prive, Fill Des Nichoirs. I'm actually trying to say the name now instead of just calling it my birdhouses. This is our sal that I'm leader of, that several of us started a few years ago at the Stitch West retreat. So we call it, instead of using like a January to a December sal, which is what most people normally do, we call it the OCTAO sal, hashtag OCTAO, because we start it at Stitch West, which is in October, and we finish it at Stitch West in October. I generally like mark these off. This is not my marked off one because this is the real pattern. But I mark it off in sections, so you can do the section and finish it for the month, and then you don't work on the next section unless you want to move forward, but you can save the next section to the next month. This was easy because this was 12 birdhouses for the seasons, so it was very easy to mark it off. And okay, I am actually not doing this the same as some people. Some people started actually over here for the October part, and they moved their way over and then came back over here. For the actual season, they were working on the season that the month it was. Me, I just started over here and just worked my way across. I'm stitching this on vintage 25 count vintage country mocha 1/1 full cross, so it's going to be very petite and cute. The part behind here, actually, I did do some of that too while I was traveling. Most of it that was done was from here on over. So I'm doing, that was the September birdhouse and the October birdhouse. So I have 2 more left to do in order by October. So I think I'm pretty much caught up. I do have to do the back stitching on this part, but I'm pretty much caught up to start working on the next birdhouse. And this has been fun to a point. I'm kind of burned out with the fence, but that's all right. It's still cute with the birdhouses and the other season things like the little pumpkin. So, what else? On my next video, I did not think about this until now. On my next video, I'm going to show you our Brenda Handwork Maniac's already done this, but I'm going to show you the next OCTAO sal and have it I'm going to have it sectioned off for you. So if you want to do it section wise for the month, you can do that. So just been busy with trips and such, and just have not thought about that. So I will definitely do that for you. So before you start it, if you want to start it in October with us, even if you're not at the retreat, you'll know where to start. So that is this. Oh, there are 2 other hashtags for it before I forget. One's hashtag birdhouses sal, and then the other one is the actual Fill Des Nichoirs hashtag. So, And I think that's it for that. I hope. So, again, sometimes it's hard to remember all this stuff after not doing a video for a while. So, and I'm always thirsty. Oh, I did not say how many stitches I did for the birdhouses. 2,712 for the month, which is not really as much as I wanted to do, but considering I was traveling all over the place and doing a lace convention and spending other time traveling with my sister, that's not too bad, actually. So, okay, this next piece on top of my pile, this is in no order, by the way, is my next Christmas stocking for my husband, Chris. This is, again, a gold collection like the one you saw, the fully finished Enchanted ornaments. This is called Santa's Flight stocking. He picked this. He likes this one with Santa and the reindeer flying in the sky. So I'm using the kit floss, kit fabric on this. I believe, let's see. Yeah, 16 count. It's a 16 count kind of light blue Aida. There are many different stitches on this, so I can't just say 2/1 Aida block because Dimensions does a lot of different stitches and stitch amounts and strands and everything else on their patterns. So it really depends on what section you're working on. And I'm using the called for floss. We are actually doing a sale. Well, actually, Amy Loves Toads started it. It's a hashtag Sunday stocking sale where we work on our stockings on Sunday. So that's when I try to pull out Santa here. I got a good start on him and even got the back stitch done on him, as you can see. Did not work on him this month except for this last Sunday. I did pull him out on Sunday. And what I worked on was right above his cuff here. I filled in this part of his glove, which is copies that. Did not backstitch it yet, but did that. And then filled in all this brown, which I will show you is actually the start of the back end of the reindeers. So what I did was right here, all through there. So it was pretty much all just standard 2 strands. And I don't even think I had a blended this time when I did it. I think it was pretty much just 2 strands of the same color. And I got 169 stitches. Not much, but a little bit on Santa. So that's Santa. Okay, my next whip. I did get a few stitches into my anniversary whip for our anniversary, Chris and I. This is called The Anniversary by My Big Toe Designs. And it says, above all, love each other deeply. So this is not an extremely big piece, so I'm, shooting to get it done, even though our anniversary is coming up in a few days. It's not going to be done for that, but I plan on having it done before the end of the year. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count Be Stitched Me Winter Blues. I'm not taking out the Q snap there, but it is stitched over, let me see. I have it stitched over to about here, so about a little more than halfway, and stitched down here to about that. So. And what I worked on, I moved this over. What I worked on was this section right here. And I got 169 stitches on that. Golly, the same as the Christmas stocking. Amazing. I just did it at a get-together where I meet with some other friends to stitch. So that's the only time I worked on it this month. The color way that I'm doing... if you look at the pattern here, it's fun. There's all different colorways you can do here. I chose the blue, a darker blue and a lighter blue because we both love blue. And my colors for it are 3755 for the lighter blue and 3842 for the darker blue. If you want to know what I did. And I will also have it down in the box below too. And it's 2/2 full cross. So that's a little bit I did on the anniversary stitch. I also had a new start because I am going on a cruise in a week, actually less than a week. So I'm going up to Alaska. So I went through a bunch of patterns, dimension ones, other ones on Etsy. And I finally decided on this one because I've just always loved orcas jumping out of the water. And I don't know, I just didn't want one. I wanted one just focusing on one orca with the waves splashing and all of that. And I did find this one. It's by, oh, brother here. I thought I wrote it down. Oh, Light Unicorn Designs. And I will have the link below on Etsy. This is called Orca 1 because she has other ones. And this is what I was looking for, the orca jumping out of the waves. And I'm starting this one and working on it during our whole cruise. And I decided that I was going to do it on 16 count Aida, on a white Aida. And I put in 106 stitches so far. I started in the middle, and I'm just going to work my way out. And I have my little Orca needle minder too. So that is my start of my cruise stitch. This will go on the cruise with me, and this is all I'll be working on when I'm there. So it's two flosses over one Aida block. And the area I started in, it's probably easy to see because if I'm in the middle there, it's like right about there. I am not stitching the white, so. So that's my cruise piece. And I'll tell you more about that on my other floss tube, because now I'm just sticking with just whips and finishes. Okay. Oh, this last one I've got to change to because I have it in my notebook. And the last 3 days, no, 2 days actually, I have been working on another full coverage that I'm working on that I'm focusing on a finish for Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group, a focus on a finish. And this is Heaven and Earth Designs, Storykeep Malificent. My Dark Lady. And at the beginning of the year, I calculated that I needed to have 1,340 stitches. Well, now I'm down to 1,269 stitches a month because I've been doing a little bit extra. So I did 1,000, I'm really excited, I did 1,472 stitches on her in the last 2 days. And I'm now at 78.30%. So I'm keeping up. Everything's working good. Focusing on a finish at the end of December on her. Just 1,269 stitches now. Because I'm getting ready for the cruise, I am putting her down. But I'm hoping next month to do more than the required so that I can even get down to less stitches as the months go by. Interesting, now that I'm getting down, there's quite a few colors that are totally zero now, probably half the pattern, which is fun. But there's probably, there was about 5 with just 1 stitch left, another 3 or 4 with 3 stitches left, another one with 5 stitches left. But I was on like a goal to to really go fast and to get as much as done as I could. So I actually did both. I picked the largest amount of stitches left, which was this purple that I filled in here around. There's a little bit lighter purple there. I filled in all that purple around it, down here, down here, down here, down here. So all there was probably most of the 1,472 stitches. In fact, it was almost all of it. It is not all of it totally on this purple. There's still 800 and some stitches left. It was my next most color next to black. So, no, actually, it was my third most color, because this lighter, this kind of medium purple here, a little bit different shade, that was my next largest amount, which I did last month. So this is 333, and I filled it all the way in down to here. There will be lots more filled in down here to finish it for the 800. But then when I realized that I wasn't going to be working on it again until I got back, I thought, I'm going to go back and X out some of those ones, since I am pretty much done and I have more than enough stitches for this month. So I X'd out 4 of just one stitch left in the color. So now I have a bunch more zeros. So that's pretty exciting. And those were all pretty much in her little, this is like her magical stick that she, would use to, throw beams at everybody, whatever. That really sounds really good. Here we go. You can see it a little more here. You can see her holding it. So, and that was where I put in most of the single stitches. The ninja stitches were in there. They were green ninja stitches, except I believe there was one that was kind of a bluish purple that went down here for one stitch along. Well, there was a lighter blue one that just had one stitch left. I did over there. And then there was a couple down here, but I don't know exactly where they are now. So I did some to get rid of colors, and did some just to zoom along and get a lot of filling. So I'm stitching this on 1/1, 25 count, gridded fabric. So she is coming along, and she will be finished for sure, because that I am working on now with my full coverages, or trying to anyway. I don't, with being the eclectic stitcher I am, I have a lot of other things I work on too. But I think what I'm doing is kind of similar to Hallie, who, if you ever watch her, you should watch her Stitching Big Things with Hallie. And she kind of has a backup stitch ready to go for a next focus on a finish. And so when I get this one done, that's why I've been trying to work on Lacemaker and keep up on her, because I would like to get several thousand more stitches into Lacemaker, so that next year I will use her for my focus on a finish and get Lacemaker done. But I don't want more than about 1,500 stitches a month, because I do a lot of different kind of stitching and it would take up too much of my time. So I'm shooting for less than that. We'll see whether or not, when I figure it out at the beginning of the year, if Lacemaker is that low. It was not low enough last year to make it a focus for a finish. It was more like 2,400 stitches. So I'm hoping I'll get it down to where I'm to that sweet spot for me where I can do it. So, and then what I'll do is, when I pull her out, I'm going to go to one of my others. Now, I know I don't have anything else that is that close to a finish, but I will pull out whatever one of my full coverages that has the most percentage done on it, I think. And if I'm excited about working on that one, then that one will be the next one that I do. So, and you'll find out more about that later. So, anyway, those are my whips, what I did. So I'm going to go on and do my daily gratitude to end this. And then I'm going to move on and do a video on my trip, if anybody wants to watch that, and pictures and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, The one I picked out for today, those of you who are new here, I always do, I have a daily gratitude book, 365 Days of Reflection, and I like to end my videos with that. So I know I haven't mentioned lately to anybody new, but that's what I tend to do. So anyway, this one is a beautiful bridge with a tree and like a little brook underneath. And it says, gratitude is a shortcut which speedily leads to love. I picked this one because of our anniversary coming up. It's our 50th, and so I'll mention that on my other video and what we're going to be doing. So, and it's very true. Gratitude is a shortcut whose specialty leads to love, because you have to have gratitude in order to have love, you know, and because gratitude will make you appreciate and love the things that you have. So that is my gratitude quote for today. Remember to find the beauty in every day. It's out there, everywhere, whatever you do. And so grateful to be here with you. And I will try to see you in a couple weeks. I say that every month, but hopefully this next time, maybe I will be able to see you in a couple weeks. So anyway, you guys take care. Love you all. And I'll, talk to you later. So bye.